Let's take a look at what's going on with Dogecoin today. Okay, so in the last video, we were watching this uptrend right here. We had support, 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 and then we broke that going to the downside. Actually, we were testing it yesterday. We hadn't broken it yet in the last video. And it looks like we broke it going to the downside. We're on the 4-hour time frame right now. And I'd been talking about this target I have sitting at around .092. This previous support right here on the 4-hour, we wicked down all the way down to 8 cents back here, and then down here it's around .0907, whatever, something like that, like 9 cents approximately. But if we go to the daily time frame, the bottom, like the bodies, kind of end like right here, and that's where I'm getting that 092 target from. And I'm still kind of looking at that target, or I still haven't given up on that target yet. So yeah, we broke that uptrend going to the downside, and I'm getting a little bit more confident on this target here, but let's see if it continues to push down. The other thing I was kind of looking at is we have resistance, resistance, resistance. Let's go ahead and draw that top line, something like this. Kind of forms a rising wedge pattern, and we just broke it going to the downside. In a rising wedge pattern, we can target the previous bottom down here as well, or down here with the bottom of the wicks is around .1037 approximately, and the bottom of the wicks is around .0 or not .0 .1013, somewhere around there. So those might be the next targets before we could actually go to this one. But let's see if we continue to push this momentum going to the downside. The other thing that I would probably do now that we broke this trend, let's go ahead and actually get rid of it, because we were watching that trend and it broke it. Now we have a signal that's going to the downside. Now we are forming a downtrend, and we have resistance, resistance, resistance. Let's go ahead and draw a downtrend, something like this, to kind of track this downward momentum. So we're coming into this spot. Every time we hit it, it's giving us resistance, pushing us down. As long as we are under this, let's go ahead and actually adjust this and put it in like the wicks or something maybe. I don't know. Let's stay with the bodies. So yeah, as long as we're on this downtrend, then we can expect to keep the trend and continue to head down. But if we start breaking it, then the bulls can start getting more confident that we're going to go to the upside. Like I said, right now I'm still kind of looking at this level, but I would be watching this to see if we change direction. If we do, then I'm going to be less confident on this target. But as long as we're on this downtrend, then I'm going to stick to this target down here. And like I said, we might not all come all the way down here. It's possible. But we might come somewhere right here and then get a bounce to the upside. The bottom of that rising wedge. That's not perfect, but something like this. So those are kind of the two things that I'm looking at. I don't know, that rising wedge isn't really very perfect, is it? Maybe something like this. But yeah, those are kind of the things that I'm looking at. I'm still not super bullish yet. The other thing too, though, is if we like zoom out a little bit, it seems like we're kind of going just sideways right now. Like I was saying, we have this like bottom here, and it went lower than that, but still, we have a bottom right here on the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame. It looks a little bit different. We came down, came up to that Fibonacci retracement level, sitting at around 116, and then we got pushed down, came back to this bottom. This one, the bodies didn't quite hit this bottom, but it's very close. Came down to the bottom, came up, broke through that Fibonacci retracement level, and now, like I was talking about yesterday, if we could break through this Fibonacci retracement level, then maybe we could go to the next one, or maybe that'll be a sign that we're going up. But we came through it and then got resistance on the 180 moving average, started pushing down, and then we found some support right here and pushed up to that Fibonacci retracement level again, and then got rejected and started going down. So let's see how far this downward momentum will go. It could take us all the way to 8 cents, but I like the way this support is. If we broke this support down here, then the next spot that I'd be looking at is that Fibonacci retracement level. So I like watching the Fibonacci retracement levels. I like watching the previous bottoms. I like watching the trends that we're forming. And not last but not least, I like the moving averages. So let's go to the daily time frame and check out the moving average. In yesterday's video, I was talking about how we were actually above the moving average, the daily 9 moving average. So just to recap, if we break above the 9 moving average, we can get support on it and bounce to the upside. As you can see, every time we came right here, we kind of broke through it, but we broke above it right here, came down, touched it, got support, got a bounce to the upside, broke through it, but came right back through it and started bouncing on it again. Every time we come into contact right here, you can see that we're bouncing to the upside, or we're getting support on it, should I say. And so we're bouncing, and then we broke through it right here, going to the downside. And when we break it going to the downside, when we're below it, then like right here in this little area, we broke below it, and then we come into it, get contact, and get rejected. So we have to wait until it actually breaks through it, and then we can start getting bullish again. Right now, we broke through it right here, so we're on the bottom of it. We came into it, got rejected right here. I was saying yesterday we actually were on top of it. Like technically, we were in a red candle, but still, we were on top of it. But we broke back below it, and it looks like it's giving us some trouble. It looks like we're getting resistance on it. Like right here, I mean, you can break through them and then come back above it right away. But I don't know. I would like to see us do something like this where we get a nice green candle and push above it. And also, there's another thing too, like the way the 9 moving averages kind of form, like I talk about this sometimes. I'd rather see it do something like this, like I don't know, like a hook or like a little scoop kind of thing, rather than a scoop to the other side where it's like almost like a roof. This is like a roof, and this is like a floor kind of thing. That's just the way I don't know. I just like the way these ones look and how it performs after like these kind of like formations, as to opposed to these formations. Usually when it's this kind of formation, then that means that we have to wait a little bit of time before it actually comes down and then starts doing like that thing again, where maybe you get some price action like this, and then we actually break through it. And once we break through it on this kind of a level or this kind of a style, then we start to see more like this little green candle. So like check it out right here. We had a scoop to the downside, or like that that roof style, and then right here we had that floor style. We broke through it right there, and then that's when we started kind of having a better chance of going to the upside. So right now we have that like roof style, I guess. I don't know, something. I'm just kind of making that up, but like, I don't know. It's just the way that it's formed, something like that. So yeah, what I want to see us do is come back down, get maybe some price action like that, and then break through it, and then maybe we get some whatchamacallit. Maybe what I'm kind of hoping is that we do something like this, get rejected, come down, hit the target, and then break through it, and then we can start kind of pushing to the upside, and maybe we can come back and hit this level, come down. This is what I'm hoping, that we come down, hit my target, and then we could come up and hit this Fibonacci retracement level. And if we break the Fibonacci retracement level, then I'd be looking at this previous top and or this next Fibonacci retracement level sitting at around .140, something like that. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, like I was saying, let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. We'll set that top trend line, something like this, drag it out. If we break this top trend line, or if we break this downtrend, should I say, going to the upside, then maybe we have a shot of breaking through and kind of pushing back to the upside. But like I was talking about the daily 9 moving average, I want to see us break. I want to see the moving average kind of go down a little bit more and then break through it, where it's easier to break, as opposed to trying to break through it where it's on top of us. So those are pretty much the things I'm looking at in today's video. Let me know what your guys' ideas are, what you guys are thinking in the comments if you guys want to. If you guys want to watch the last video, check it out right here. And if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.